All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to peel back the glossy, picture-perfect veneer of one of the world's most talked about cities, Dubai. Now, if you've ever been there, or honestly, even if you've just seen a documentary or two, you already know the energy in this place is absolutely relentless. I mean, from the crack of dawn to the dead of night, the whole city is locked into this state of perpetual motion. It's a place where time literally stops for no one. You either keep up with the rhythm or you get left behind. But to truly understand how this metropolis actually breathes, functions, and thrives, we can't just look at the surface. We have to dig a little deeper and examine two completely distinct worlds operating right on top of each other.
And that brings us to this foundational idea from our source material. Dubai's life often consists of two completely different faces. We're not just talking about a rich neighborhood and a poor neighborhood, because let's be real, pretty much every major city has that. No, we're talking about two completely different ecosystems of existence. And the crazy part? They operate parallel to each other, often without ever truly mixing. On one side, you have this world of unbelievable fame, shimmering lights, and just boundless luxury. But directly parallel to that is a profoundly deep story of isolation, grit, and immense human struggle. If you want to understand the real Dubai, you absolutely have to look at both faces.
Let's start with the daily grind that pretty much everyone in the commercial sector faces. Picture the morning traffic on Sheikh Zayed Road. If you know Dubai, you know this highway is literally the main artery of the entire city. In those early hours, it turns into this massive, slow-moving river of metal and exhaust packed with thousands of professionals fighting their way to work. And once they actually get off that highway, well, they step right into the intense pressure cooker of corporate office life. People are completely consumed by their work from morning to night. The pace is totally unapologetic. It's a high-stakes arena where global business is fiercely contested every single day. So here's the core duality we're looking at. On one hand, you have the mirage, right? This world of lights, luxury, and absolute postcard perfection. But running right alongside it is the metal. And by metal, I mean the gritty reality of hard work and survival that actually builds and maintains that glamorous world. These two sides aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, it's the exact opposite. They are completely dependent on one another. The luxury literally cannot exist without the struggle, and the struggle is endured specifically because of the magnetic pull of that luxury and the wealth it represents.
Let's talk about that glamorous mirage first, because it's the reality the whole world sees. We're talking about mind-boggling scale here. The dizzying, record-breaking heights of the Burj Khalifa literally piercing the clouds. The pristine waters of the Dubai Marina packed end-to-end with multi-million-dollar superyachts. And of course, the artificial wonder of the Palm Jumeirah, dotted with ultra-luxurious villas. These aren't just buildings, they're monuments to human ambition. For so many people around the world, these landmarks are the ultimate dream lifestyle. They project this image of a city that has conquered the impossible and basically paved the desert with gold.
But here's the thing. That luxury doesn't just stop at massive architectural marvels. It bleeds into the absolute fabric of everyday life for those who can afford it. The everyday extravagance here is honestly overwhelming. Think about the sprawling shopping malls. They genuinely feel like fully enclosed, climate-controlled cities of their own. Inside, you've got an endless sea of high-end branded stores with the finest goods on the planet. And five-star hotels, they're on practically every single corner. The baseline standard for hospitality here is dialed up to a level you rarely see anywhere else. Wealth isn't just present, it's highly visible, woven directly into the daily scenery.
And when the sun goes down, oh man, that high-octane luxury shifts into a totally different gear. We're talking non-stop nightlife. Exclusive clubs, vibrant beach parties that go on until the sun comes up, sophisticated rooftop lounges with panoramic views of that glittering skyline, the music, the dancing. It creates this atmosphere of perpetual celebration. For the wealthy expat or the visiting tourist, every single weekend promises a brand new party and a totally new experience. It is a leisure economy running at absolute maximum capacity, purely designed for endless entertainment and escapism.
But let's pause here for a second. Let's just take a collective breath and ground ourselves. Because if we only look at the yachts and the rooftop clubs, we're completely ignoring the foundation of the city. There is a hidden reality here. We have to acknowledge the immense daily struggle of the working class, specifically the thousands of construction workers and delivery riders. These are the people who are literally building those towering skyscrapers and physically delivering the conveniences that make the luxury lifestyle possible. While executives are fighting traffic in air-conditioned cars and tourists are dancing in lounges, these workers are out in the elements, fighting for their very livelihood.
Just imagine the grueling daily cycle these folks endure. First off, they're facing unforgiving, intense heat. I mean, the climate in Dubai is notoriously brutal, but the physical labor just has to continue. Then you factor in the incredibly long duty hours. We are not talking about a standard 9 to 5 here. These are exhausting, drawn-out days specifically designed to keep the city's rapid development on schedule. And after all that, they get minimal rest before waking up to do the whole thing all over again. Yet, despite these incredibly harsh conditions, they keep going. They endure this exhausting cycle day in and out, fueled by one singular purpose: keeping their dreams and their families' dreams alive.
And that brings us to the emotional core of this whole reality. Because this isn't just a physical struggle, it is a profoundly lonely struggle. The vast majority of these workers are expats living thousands of miles away from their families. They're missing birthdays, anniversaries, watching their kids grow up. They live in shared accommodations completely separated from their support systems, all so they can send money back home to secure a better future for the people they love. It's a massive personal sacrifice. The physical toll of the heat and the hours is one thing, but the psychological toll of that deep, persistent loneliness, that's the invisible weight thousands of people carry through those streets every single day.
So it really all comes down to perception. Those who are blinded by the glamorous dream lifestyle often fail to comprehend the reality operating right behind the shine. It's super easy to look at a 5-star hotel and marvel at the stunning architecture, but it requires a much deeper level of empathy to look at that exact same hotel and recognize the sweat, the long hours, and the lonely sacrifices of the workers who laid every single brick and deliver every single meal to its doors. In this city, dreams and reality walk hand in hand, but more often than not, observers are only paying attention to the dream.
So what's the actual formula for making it here? The grounding truth from our source material is this: achieving success in Dubai is absolutely possible. It genuinely is a land of opportunity. But it demands the true price of success. It requires immense patience. It demands relentless hard work, whether you're sitting in a corporate boardroom or standing on a construction site. And above all else, it requires deep personal sacrifice. The city gives, for sure, but it also takes. It requires you to give up your time, your comfort, and very often your proximity to the people you love most.
Which leaves us with a final thought to ponder today. We've explored the breathtaking heights of the mirage, and we've dug into the heavy, grounding reality of the metal. The duality of this incredible city is just undeniable. Everyone sees the glitter, the ambition, and the wealth. But the ultimate question is, if you want to be a part of this fast-paced world, are you truly ready to pay the price for the dream? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning the world around you, and I'll catch you in the next one.